What's up? It's the Vegas Bench. Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is a Benchwarmer podcast. My name is Eric. He hate me 702. And up top, we got the man. I don't know if y'all can see up top, Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Mo.
I will never live that down. That was fucking hilarious. And the man, the myth, the legend down below.
Jeremy with a G.
All right. By the way, have you seen her? Have you seen any pictures of her recently on Facebook?
From time to time.
Yeah. God damn. All right, so a couple things we're gonna get into. Star versus superstar. What is your guys' difference of that? We got some NBA playoff talk, some WWE talk, NBA finals predictions, because we will not be here next week. I will be in Orlando doing the Disney and the Universal Studios tour. So we're gonna get that out. Tell us who we think that you guys will pick. What's going on? Get Jeremy's picks. I think right now, Jeremy, do you remember who you picked for the playoffs? We should have kept track of that, because I think you're like the only person out of me. You're like the only person that even has a shot.
I think I chose the Knicks. And who else was there?
So Knicks, OKC, Minnesota, Lakers, Denver. I can tell you none of mine came true.
I don't think I was on that show, so I don't think I picked anything.
Let me see.
I probably would have picked Lakers, Celtics, or something. Probably.
I picked the Lakers.
So,
I picked the Lakers. Yeah, I don't think I picked the Lakers, Celtics. I think I picked the Lakers and the Cavs. Yeah. So while he looks that up to see who he picks, which is always funny because he always gets stuff right. Where the hell is my profile? Oh, profile. All right. So we also have whatever else we get into. Sometimes we get into some wild shit. Mo's back. So he always brings up some very cool topics for us to talk about. All right, so first thing we'll get into why he looks that up is our differences. What are your thoughts on who's a star? The differences between a star and a superstar. So what do you think a star is? Jeremy.
Draw and notoriety.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know these days. Like,
Mo, what do you think?
I mean, he's definitely right about you got to be known. I think the difference though would be a star is somebody that's on the upper echelon of performance. They're definitely an all-star or all pro or being recognized either by their peers or by fans as being one of the better performers. I think the difference between that and a superstar is stars are known by fans of the sport. Superstars are known by casual people that don't even follow the sport as closely. So they seem to transcend into the mainstream. And not only would it be their performance, but it could also be their off the court or off the field persona and whatever they engage in outside of that, whether it be hobnobbing with celebrities or some other venture that they may have outside the sport. So like first people that come to mind are like Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, who have some of the biggest Instagram followings out there. So sometimes it could be the looks or other things that attract, maybe the other gender to their side as well. So
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, who, people on all parts of the globe know who he is, whether they ever watched the basketball game or not.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I completely agree with that. Um, you kind of took the words right out of my mouth. I think the biggest difference is stars are known by the fans of the sports. They're known by fans of sports. So like, and then you have superstars that are known globally. Like everybody knows them. Not doesn't matter if you're a fan of the sport. Doesn't matter um, if you never ever watched that sport, or if you like my son who does not watch sports knows who LeBron James is. Has no clue. He knows who Patrick Mahomes is. He has no clue who Tyrese Halliburton is. Couldn't tell you at all. He said Denver was Denmark. We were watching the game, and I said, Quinn, what's the score of the game? He goes, OKC is beating Denmark. I was like, shut the fuck up. Like, that's how far he does not know sports, but he knows a lot of the players that are superstars. So yeah, I think wherever you go, like, and you have to have winning that comes along with it. Like, don't get me wrong, Tracy McGrady was an absolute superstar. He had the Adidas. He had people knew who his shoes were. People knew who he was overseas because he played with Yao Ming. Like he was a very, very, very big phenomenon. Granted, he never won a championship, but he was in the playoffs multiple times. He did performances that were insane. We still talk about what 13 points in 8 seconds or whatever that is. So when he played with the Houston, so he was part of the legendary 22 win team. So, but I mean, he's more of a star because like I know who he is. I can name all this stuff. But if I showed a picture to Jeremy, I'm not sure Jeremy would know who Tracy McGrady is. I'm not sure my son would know who Tracy McGrady is. Otani. I don't know. Otani is known worldwide. That's superstar. So yeah, I just think right now in the NBA, since the playoffs are going on, who do you think? Do you think there are any superstars in the final teams? So you had Brunson, you had the Knicks, OKC, Minnesota, and Pacers.
Um, Probably not by the definition, I guess, that we just gave.
Yeah, no. Like I know Shea is an MVP, and I may know who Shea was. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I would know who the fuck Chet Holmgren was if he was walking down the fucking street. Like who's this tall, lengthy ass white dude?
Yeah, I know they got those AT&T commercials, but I don't know if people can name them by name.
Yeah. So the Knicks, of course, you got Jalen Brunson, you got Cat, you got OG and Mikal Bridges. So yeah, no, nobody on the Pacers, nobody on the Okay, well, what about Ant? Jeremy, what about Anthony Edwards? You think Anthony Edwards is a superstar or star? You're muted.
What happened?
Do you think Anthony Edwards is a superstar or star?
I thought his press conference after they got eliminated was retarded.
Let's talk about that. Go ahead. Give me your thoughts on that.
I thought his excuse was, "Oh, it doesn't hurt because." What did he say? It doesn't hurt because there's
like
going to be a lot
23.
more or something.
Yeah. He basically said it doesn't hurt because I'm young and I'm going to have a lot more opportunities.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to give him superstar status because I think he's selfish and I think he's a prick.
You think Anthony? Okay. We had that conversation about the face of the league with Anthony Edwards, and Mo said a lot of his off the court antics were going to get him not being able to be the face of the league. I said I think in this generation, also I think kids pick the face of the league. So I think kids make whether you're superstar. I agree with Gilbert Arenas on this. I saw him see this, and I thought about it. Like when we was a kid, we all wanted to be Michael Jordan. Then you had your Kobe Bryants. Then you had your Shaqs, your people that want to be Shaq and dominate. But who's buying their shoes? Who's getting their shoes sold out? Your sneakerheads, or you're going to be your hardcore fans. But your kids are the ones that are going to get their parents to buy the shoes, the jerseys, the clothings. They're the one that's going to want to emulate certain people and stuff like that. And a lot of our superstars, we don't want relatable to us. But with I don't I don't know with Ant. I don't know. Ant is I don't think a lot of people would know who Anthony Edwards were if he was walking around town. I think they may assume he's an athlete because he's 6'4" and built, but I don't think they would know who he was.
And doesn't seem like he's, I guess, as charismatic or personable as other superstars, quote unquote. Maybe like he's more standoffish, like I don't give a fuck type attitude. So
I
that
don't
rubs
okay.
people the wrong way.
I don't I like Anthony Edwards. I'm not gonna lie. I like him. I think
But
he's a very
you like assholes. So
but I that's true. I also don't like but I didn't like his press conference. I did not. I don't think athletes understand what it means to be a fan. I don't think they understand how bad we care about sports. Like I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I get mad. I'm still hurt from the fucking Super Bowl. I still don't want to look at anything that is Eagles related. I'm completely pissed off about the Super Bowl. So to hear your superstar come up on the stage afterwards and said, "Nah, it's not sad. I'm not sad." Bitch, what? You are the Minnesota fucking Timberwolves. Y'all been to playoffs like 3 fucking times since KG left. Like it's 4 maybe, 4 now. It's just I don't want to hear my superstars see that. I know it's a job to them. I know they're getting paid. But I don't want to I want my superstars to fucking fiend for winning. I want them to be addicted to winning. I want them to punch their fucking teammates in the face. I want them to go on a tirade and tell their teammates they're fucking soft as Sherman. I want that type of shit. I want them to literally sit down and turn around. I want, and this is gonna sound weird, but I want Tebow from Florida. I want that type of fucking superstar. Nobody's ever gonna work as hard as me again. And this and this. I want that shit when you lose. I don't want to hear I have plenty of time. I want to hear I'm gonna get back in the lab. I'm gonna bust my ass off. Mauricio, what'd you think of Anthony Edwards' speech after he lost?
the first time I'm hearing of it, but it doesn't surprise me. He seems to be more of the type of like nothing phases me. I'm gonna do me, and I don't think he sees himself as doing wrong in by anybody's eyes. He marches to the beat of his own drum and doesn't really, I guess, let other outside factors play into that.
And I think that becomes the difference between the star and the superstar. Because the star, you know them, and yes, they're gonna get accolades and they're fine with getting their stuff. But like the superstars or the transcendent ones, the ones that we talk about, they fucking fiend winning. Like they gotta win. Jeremy, what are your thoughts?
What?
Go back to tell me about the bitch made Anthony Edwards for talking shit. You got any follow-ups on it?
He's selfish.
Well, he did say he feels bad. He feels bad for Mike.
He only said that because he was sitting beside him.
Mike Conley?
Yep.
He only said it because he was sitting beside him. He didn't want to get punched in the face.
Is it Mike Conley's last season or?
No, well, Mike Conley's getting old. So
Oh, just because his window's
I mean, you
closing.
gotta think about it. Mike Conley
If
played
Mike wasn't sitting beside him, he wouldn't have made that comment.
Mike Conley played with the fucking grit and grind
Greg Oden?
Grizzlies, yeah. So right now, Mike Conley is I don't care about your contract. Well, his contract is up after this year, I think. Yeah.
I think he came out with Durant, right? Because wasn't he on the Ohio State team with Greg Oden and them?
I think he was, yeah.
So at least like
he's getting up there. Yeah, he started in 2007, 2008. Yep. So that draft.
wow, 18 years, 17
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So he doesn't have much longer to play, and he's got 2 back-to-back conference finals where they've been beat 5 and 6 games. They didn't even fucking try in the last game. They had no fucking heart. They just got their ass beat. How do you start off 26-9 in a game 5? They scored 9 first quarter points.
That's crazy.
They had less points in fucking minutes. I ain't fucking paying Rudy Gobert. That motherfucker could come back to me on a $20 million contract for 3 to 4 years with the team player option. Outside of that, you can get the fuck out of here. And I'm not trading him because his contract is an albatross. So I'm not gonna get what I need from him. So honestly, this is gonna sound stupid. I just fucking let him go. I let him play out his contract. Trading him because of his contract, and if he's on his last year of his contract, he's gonna win a large contract. Nobody's gonna pay him. So I'm literally just gonna release him. I'll sign his contract, let him go, keep my bird rights on him. So if he doesn't get the contract he wants, maybe he comes back to me. But I'm not fucking paying that dude that much fucking goddamn money. Fucking to do what? To not do a goddamn thing? What are we talking about? He had one good game. That was against the Lakers, who had no big men. Only game that motherfucker had that was good. So with the Minnesota Timberwolves, I think they do need a solid 2. I don't think they need a point guard. I don't think they need a point guard. I think they need because Ant handles the ball so much. So I think if you get a ball handling point guard, a point guard that likes to have the ball in the hands, that's going to be an adjustment period. Do I think that would work? Yes, because it would take him off the ball and save some of his energy. But I don't think they need like a Darius Garland type. Honestly, I think they need like I would say, well, we got to get rid of Rudy. If they keep him for that next year, I think he's got 1 year left on his contract, unless he's a free agent now. But I would say they keep Julius Randle. I would say they need a strong stretch, a strong 3. They need a 3 and D. Like I know Jaden McDaniels or whatever is kind of good, but they need like a Tony Allen. They need a defensive presence. And if they get a point guard, they need a defensive ball handling presence. Fuck KD.
KD wants to play with everybody.
Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, I would not trade for KD, or I would not put him on any of my teams right now. The only team I think he should go to is Golden State. Every other team, I don't think he should go to. It seems like when KD shows up, the teams get worse.
KD literally wants to play with everybody. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he does. Like he went to Golden State, they got better. But then he went to the Nets. They were in the playoffs the year before. And they were in the playoffs the year before. Yes, they made it the second round. And they lost because his toe was too big.
Bro, why does Mike Conley look like he's 50 years old, but he's only 37?
Because Mike Conley is damn near 50 years old. That dude had a hard life. Where did he grow up at? Where did Mike Conley grow up at? What?
I'm not sure. Arkansas. Okay.
Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Yeah, he had a hard life. He had a hard life. Yeah, I would not take him.
Didn't his dad play in the NBA?
I don't fucking know.
I think Mike Conley Sr. played in the NBA, so I don't know how much harder of a life he had.
He won a gold medal in the triple jump in 1992.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he never played basketball?
No, he was in the Olympics.
Something.
Yeah, no, he's got that. You know what? That's just so weird how many of these athletes are just so blessed with talent. Like just God-given ability. Like they got to work. Don't get me wrong. They got to work. But when you look at some of these athletes now and see who their parents were, you're just like, what the fuck? Like there's so many father-son duos not playing at the same time, but have played in sports. Whether they've crossed over and played in boxing, whether they've boxed, whether they've played football, basketball, baseball, but there's tons of them that everybody you look up and you're like, fuck, I didn't know he played baseball. I didn't know his parents played basketball. What the fuck are we doing here? It's almost like the kings and queens back in the royal day where they kept that bloodline together. Like you got to be part of that fraternity to now get in. Very few people are sneaking in.
Which I guess makes sense that those that did it in the pros know the blueprint, so they are able to pass that on to their kids who already have the genetics, and now they just instill the discipline.
So, like for instance, Anthony Edwards' father played college basketball at Southern Utah University. He's a prominent figure in the sports world and played a significant role. Like I don't even know if he played in the NBA, Ed Edwards, but That's stupid. I don't think this is real. Hold on. Who's Roger Carruth? I don't know who that is. Okay, I don't know who it is. You know what? I have two different AI things. One says AI's dad is Anthony Edwards. One says, yes, Anthony Edwards' biological father is Robert Carruth. People are saying it looks like a lot like Mike Jordan. I don't know, but when we find out, there's a lot of players. I'm just saying, I got genetically fucked. That's all I'm saying. I could have been like my dad. Dad, why couldn't you have been something?
Could have been a contender.
I could 100% been a contender. Okay, so finals predictions. Who do you think's gonna go to the finals? We already know OKC's in there.
I'm sticking with the Knicks.
The Knicks are down 3-2.
The Pacers close it out tonight. It'll be Pacers OKC.
I do too. I think the Pacers close it out tonight too. What time is that game at?
5, I think.
What are y'all doing tonight? Y'all want to go watch it someplace?
Probably. I was thinking of maybe going to Kendrick, but I was like, I don't think I want to go by myself.
Go where?
To the Kendrick concert.
Oh, I don't go to concerts, buddy. I'm too fucking old. I don't like being around all those fucking people. Where's the Kendrick concert at? I didn't even know he was here.
Allegiant.
Oh. You want to go to the Kendrick concert? Jeremy? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I read the last couple concerts. I think the last concert I went to was Bruno Mars, and it wasn't bad. But as I get older, like I just don't. If it's not a sporting event, I'm like,
go to any concert at Allegiant Stadium.
Huh?
I don't want to go to any concert at Allegiant Stadium.
Definitely don't want to go. I like everybody's gonna be like, oh, you don't want to go to Kendrick Lamar concert?
Parking's gonna be $4 million.
It's probably a badass concert. How much are the tickets?
I found like a single one yesterday for like 2 something. That's what the lowest, the cheapest.
No.
Yeah, no, everything else is like fucking up to like 1,500, I think, by the stage.
No. I forgot all about that shit. Boy, that concert's gonna be so sold out. It's gonna be so sweaty in there. You know, when you get older, you start thinking of stupid ass shit for why not to go. You don't think of reasons to go. You think of reasons why not to go. Like when you were younger, you'd be like, oh, we gonna go, we gonna have fun, we gonna party, we gonna hit kitchen, blah, 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 blah. And now you older, you're gonna be like, people are gonna step on your shoes. It's gonna cost an arm and a leg to get a bottle of beer. It's gonna be sweaty in there. It's gonna be so loud. Oh yeah, I don't want to go. You are 100% honest because I see the value in buying weed for $200. I do that on a regular basis, buddy. I see the value in that because I get the value for over a long period of time. Like I will make time to smoke. I'm that type of smoker. Like I will be late to smoke. I will literally I will be going, oh shit, it's 8:30. I gotta get ready. I gotta leave. And I don't gotta leave. Just in my mind, I'd be doing that so that way I can go downstairs and smoke before I go to work. I would literally be watching the time like it's 8:50. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Yeah. I'm that type of smoker. So yes, that weed. I tell people all the time, weed is not a luxury. That is a bill. Okay. That is not a luxury.
It's a utility.
That gets budgeted in to our bills. One time, me and my wife, when we first moved in together, she was like, I just don't have the money. I was like, oh, where's the weed? She's like, I have the money. I'm like, you work part-time. You don't pay a bill. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, pick a bill. She's like, what? I'm like, pick a bill. Pick a bill. Pick a bill. Jeremy, got him. LOL. So why did I read that in that voice? I see that dude. I see that dude all the time on Fremont. Delvin the Great.
What are you talking about?
Delvin the Great, the dude that said, got him. out and got famous for that shit? That little black dude?
I have no idea what that is.
The dude that went viral on Instagram like fucking 10 years ago?
Oh, I don't think I was on it as much back then.
Dude.
I think I know of the phrase, but I didn't know that it was one person that had made that pop off like that.
Yeah, he basically was saying, he was talking to somebody and he's like, these, and he's like, what? These nuts got him. But he looked at fucking retarded. So yeah. I can't believe you don't know that guy. Jeremy, you know that guy, right? I know you know that guy. Jeremy's hip to the I don't know what I was gonna say.
I was waiting to see what you was gonna say.
All right, so Jeremy's got the Knicks. Who you got? Who you got? You said the Pacers. I'm gonna say I don't want the Pacers. I don't want the Pacers to go. At least Halliburton's dad gets to go back for Game 6. They took the band off of him.
Well, they punished him by putting him in a suite.
Yeah, but they took the band off of his ass for getting into it with Giannis. And I don't know why people were going, oh, he's just being a dad. No, the fuck he's not.
He's being an asshole.
Trust me, don't get me wrong. I've been kicked out of multiple of my kids' sporting events. Okay. So, and for every single one I got kicked out of, I 100% believed it. So I so don't want OKC to win. I so don't want them to win. If they play the Pacers, I don't think they have a shot. I think they have no shot in hell. The Pacers play extremely fast. OKC can keep up with them. OKC is great defensively. So I mean, they both can switch. You know what?
You're saying the Pacers don't have a shot, or OKC doesn't have a shot?
I don't think either one of. I don't think the Pacers or the fucking Knicks have a shot.
No, OKC's winning.
Yeah, OKC's winning this. Who you got? You got OKC or the Knicks, Jeremy?
Taking the Knicks.
Okay, Jeremy's sticking with the New York concrete jungle.
Bing bong, Knicks in 7.
I can't take the Bombers.
And then who's in the finals for the NHL? The Oilers and who else? The Panthers.
Oilers and Panthers again, rematch from last year. I'm gonna go with Panthers.
I'm going with the Panthers.
I'm going with USA.
I want to see fuckface cry again.
Yeah,
I'm going with USA. The Panthers.
I want to see David cry like a little bitch.
Fuck the Oilers.
Screw the Oilers.
Draisaitl and McDavid cry like bitches.
All right, Jeremy. Saturday night main event. What were your thoughts on it?
Wasn't exciting.
It was garbage.
Wasn't too.
Is that on network TV or is that on Netflix too?
No, that's on Peacock.
It was on Peacock.
So if you have Peacock and you buy
the PLEs are on Peacock.
Yeah, all the PLEs are on Peacock. So it's like $5 a month and you get all the WWE stuff. But that's the whole Peacock package. So all the PLEs are on there. I didn't like it. It was way too convoluted.
I mean, I don't say I didn't. I don't want to say I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't exciting. It was just average.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I did not.
I mean, I like Cody coming back.
I can't fucking stand Cody.
Yeah, Anthony. I can't wait for Fatu to fuck Solo up.
The only thing I did not. So real talk, I didn't even like. What the fuck, Bronson Reed, really?
I told you it was gonna be somebody.
Bronson, I get what they're doing, but okay. So now the only thing I want to see them do is I want to see them make those two fucking destroy the tag team division.
They brought back the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six is destroying the tag team division.
But the Wyatt Six is on SmackDown.
Yeah, and you see what they're doing. They're actually destroying the tag team division.
Yeah, so you could do it on Raw.
Did you watch last night?
And no, I did not watch. I rarely ever watch SmackDown, dude. It's fucking.
So the last 2 Fridays, the Wyatt Six has destroyed tag teams.
Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me. but like I just don't. Yeah, I rarely ever watch SmackDown. So yeah, I wasn't a fan. I think and there was too much interference to me. That was the issue. So you had interference in the first match. You have interference in fucking John Cena versus R-Truth, or not John Cena versus R-Truth. I mean Logan Paul versus Jey Uso.
Well, you know they had the.
They had to protect Logan.
Well, then and they had to create a main event for Money in the Bank.
No, you don't.
They still didn't have a main event for Money in the Bank.
You created from the fucking SmackDown side. Yeah, we got to kill that Naomi story. I saw the highlights of that where Naomi came out and was talking to Bianca. It's like, I'm glad you're back and I want to fix this. And then Jade came out and yeah, I watched the highlights of it. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that storyline either. I'm also going to tell you,
Money in the Bank.
Huh?
Naomi won last night to go to Money.
I know, but that don't matter. Rhea Ripley's winning Money in the Bank.
I fucking hope not. I can't. She needs.
Listen,
Naomi needs to win Money in the fucking Bank. Naomi deserves it.
No.
Rhea Ripley has won that fucking title too many fucking times. She's been in every motherfucking story with that fucking belt that you could fucking think of. Rhea Ripley needs to fucking take a back seat and shut the fuck up for a while.
Mommy needs to get her fucking goal.
To sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up.
Mommy needs to get her goal back.
I'm telling you, I'm
dude.
Put money on it right now. It's gonna be Naomi that wins Money in the Bank.
No.
And I'll tell you why. Because Naomi recently came out. It was a couple months back. Naomi came out and said her time is coming to an end in WWE. So they're gonna have her win Money in the Bank, and then she's gonna cash in and she's gonna get the championship from Tiffy. And then she's gonna end up losing it to somebody, whoever. And then Naomi's gonna leave WWE because Naomi wants to have a kid.
Listen to me very carefully, okay? Rhea's winning.
No, she ain't.
This is the first time Rhea's been in the Money in the Bank. This is the first time that she's been in a ladder match.
And it's the 9,000 times she's been in the fucking storyline of the fucking women's title in the last fucking 3 years.
One of the best. Again, let's not act like Naomi hasn't had her flowers before. Naomi's won Money in the Bank. Naomi's been the fucking WWE championship a couple times, and her shit doesn't run right. It's not good. She's not main event. She's not main event material.
Naomi consistently has to put talent over where
that's because she's consistently good at putting talent over.
Where Rhea consistently gets put in fucking storylines and fucking consistently has to fucking win the belt because she needs to shut the fuck up.
I'm telling you right now, listen to me. The whole entire storyline that's went with Io Sky, even when they were battling, every single time they were battling, you see pictures of it. Rhea's literally looking at that title. She's going to dominate this fucking match, and then she's going to win her title back at SummerSlam. And she's going to do it right and tell her she's challenging her. Or she's going to turn heel and do it behind her back. What's up? What's good, buddy? Tribal Chief. WWE fan, AEW fan, please go watch his stuff. His stuff is extremely good. Always on point with his stuff. And his facial reactions are hilarious. So, if you see some of his thing when he be looking, he'd be like, oh, yeah, it's fucking hilarious because he be streaming it live. Well, she didn't win Money in the Bank? Damn it. Okay. Well, she won the fucking title. And she was tag team champion. We're not going to act like no. I'm good. I don't care if she wins. I just think Rhea Ripley's going to win it. I just think Rhea Ripley will win it.
Don't backpedal now. Stand on business. Stand on it. Stand on what you said.
Ripley is the shit.
Don't backpedal.
Rhea Ripley is the shit, buddy. I love Rhea Ripley. I like Rhea Ripley. I like Bianca. I like Io. I like all those on Raw. Well, Bianca's not on Raw. But yeah, I like Bianca. I like Io. Like Naomi. No, not as much. I used to like Naomi. I don't like her as much.
Yeah, that John Cena and Logan, that whole fucking Cena spot last night was...
The whole Cena thing is stupid.
No, if you didn't watch last night, that whole fucking promo last night was dumb
Yeah,
and out of
where he
place.
came out and ripped Cody and Jay to shreds, and then
No,
for
he
wanting to be
didn't.
like him.
No,
Yeah,
and then Logan came out, and then Cena just stood there looking like a fucking puppet, and just fucking Logan was going off and saying some stupid ass shit, and just fucking, it was the dumbest fucking promo I've ever fucking seen.
yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. I think no. So he agrees with you. I don't like I don't like the whole John Cena storyline at all. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. I don't like his facial expressions half the time. Some of the times he's pretty cool. Some of the times
John
he's
Cena's
not.
a bad heel.
I did like the Randy Orton and him kind of build up. That was kind of cool. But like I did not like anything about this last build up he had with R-Truth. I don't like him being friends with Logan Paul because you know he's going to beat the shit out of him because he's going to ruin wrestling. I don't like him coming up to Jey Uso beforehand or so. I don't like any of this shit that he's doing. I like none of it. His face looks like sour milk. Yeah, I like none of what he's doing right now at all. So yeah, that is probably one of the worst storylines. I don't know. What about Damian Priest? What do you think's gonna happen with him now that him and Drew McIntyre are done?
I don't know. I don't know where he goes now that McIntyre's out for a count for a while.
Yeah, I don't know what
They're
happened.
saying McIntyre's out for a while because of a neck injury.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what Priest is going to be doing because I don't know. Because I mean, you could have seen him in something with Braun Strowman, but he got released.
Yep.
But I don't know unless he goes after. I don't know. It's him and Finn Balor, maybe.
They got to do something with Finn, man. They got to do something.
I just hate Logan Paul.
I can't stand him. I don't like Logan. I don't like Jake. They're fucking irritating. Is he a talented athlete? Yes. Can he do a lot of cool shit? Yes. That backflip moonsault that he did, was that the first time that's ever happened in the WWE? No. I just don't like him. I don't like his persona. It's not even like he's got real heat. No, he's just fucking annoying. Him, his brother are annoying as shit. At night. So, hey, we eat our bonbons as well, buddy, okay? I don't know. That's an old joke for when women used to eat bonbons and watch soap operas.
Peggy Bundy?
Yeah, Peggy Bundy. There you go. So no, I just don't I just don't like him. Most of his stuff is not believable to me. His spots are annoying. And he's a spot fest. So I don't know how you keep getting put into situations where just because you sucker punch Jay, you get a title opportunity. His United States title run was garbage, hot garbage. And yeah, I'm not a fan of him. I don't like how WWE keeps pushing him in our face. What about you, Jeremy?
He's a prime example of white privilege.
Jeremy's fucking stupid.
I mean, what did he do to deserve everything he's getting?
Nothing. And I don't like all of the celebrities that come along with it. Granted, I show Speed getting fucking speared in the Royal Rumble.
I mean, the only thing he did was he's got all the followers on YouTube.
Yep.
That's it.
And he's taking spots. They're taking spots from actual people that are getting
that actually put time into business and sacrifice. So I mean, and I just can't stand him. I don't fucking like him. I don't really give a fuck. Everybody else can bow down and lick his nuts all they want. I don't really care. I can't stand him. I don't like him. If I see him in person, I'd run him over with the truck. I don't care. I can't stand him. Ever since the shit that happened in Japan, I don't like him. I don't really.
They've been paying R-Truth to look and act stupid for a while.
I love R-Truth.
I do too.
I love everything he does, especially with the little Jimmy.
But the only time he's actually like that I can remember that he was treated as like not a comedy act was when he was in TNA.
Look, I don't care. That's the one thing that makes me laugh when I watch.
I do love R-Truth though. I also love some of his interviews
Because it's just so fucking stupid. It's just
Yeah.
you can't do anything but laugh.
But if you watch him on podcasts, he's a very honest guy.
Oh yeah.
Very, very honest.
He takes his character fucking.
He's fucking hilarious.
He
Yeah,
takes
but when
his
you think
character
about some of the
serious.
shit he does, like some of his famous promos, you will get thrown over the top rope, Paul Heyman. Like fucking hilarious. And Brock Lesnar is dying of laughter when he knocked himself out against the Big Show. Like it's just he is so funny when he pulled out the ladder in the Royal Rumble. So yeah, I don't mind him. I think he's good. Would I like to see the WWE give him like a farewell run? Of course I would. I don't think he needs to be like a WWE champion, but you could give him a nice long year run with like the Intercontinental belt, United States Championship. Fuck, you gave it to Logan Paul. So yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. So Becky Lynch, Lara Valkyrie. What do you think of that storyline?
I don't know. Sometimes storylines get pushed too long.
That would be cool.
I mean, the way it's going, I think that's where it's headed.
Yeah, he comes back. Roman comes back around that time.
But Becky Lynch, I mean, I don't know, like, because they've had what 2 matches so far, 3.
Yep. So they were the tag teams. They won the tag team titles.
But I mean, what's the end game here?
Well, you got to remember, she took. So
Lyra took the NXT championship, the women's championship from her.
Yep.
And then
she won the title. They won the tag team titles. She beat Becky twice. And then I don't like Lyra. I don't think she's a good wrestler. I think she needed more developmental time and being on the big stage with Becky. Becky is not a technician, so she's more. I just don't think they're meshing well. I don't really like any of their matches. I don't like this persona of Becky. I don't like it seems like she seriously almost seems like a Karen. Like she literally seems she's whining all the fucking time. Granted, did I like Lyra's comeback? I beat you last time with my eyes closed. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But the reason why you had to show that up is because, bitch, you really did beat her with your eyes closed, and it didn't even look good. Because
that's my point. What was the point of Becky coming back? The only reason she came back was so they could turn her heel.
And then it's going to be her and Bayley. I don't know.
Like I don't understand the point of bringing her back. That didn't make any sense to me, especially during WrestleMania week.
A weird space in the women's division where you have a lot of people like Becky, Bayley, some of your older people. You have some new people that are going to be coming up, but a lot of the young women aren't that great. So I think they kind of need that to put some of these performances over and to help them along the way.
But Becky's not doing that.
Well, that's because that's not Becky's role. She's not.
Then why'd you bring her back?
Because they thought she would be. And then Becky said, "Fuck you, I'm the man." And while Mo's just patiently sitting over here with his hand on his thing, going,
I'm just soaking it all in.
All right, men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Before we get off, who do you think is going to win this? Because I won't be back in time for this either. Right now, we got Solo, LA Knight, Seth Rollins, and Penta. Oh, whoever made it last night. I didn't see who made it last night. Because they don't have Naomi in here either. This is a WWE fucking website.
Hold on.
I would put money on. Do you know who I would love to see win it? LA Knight. Sorry, Mo. We can talk NFL now. Do you know who I would love to see? LA Knight win it. I think Penta's probably going to win it because they're pushing Penta because of what their double A or triple A merger.
Is Penta the luchador one?
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck, what's his name? No, Fatu's not in the Money in the Bank.
Solo is.
Yeah, Solo's in it, but Fatu's match was last night, but he didn't win. Fuck.
So, it was Andrade.
Andrade, yeah.
Andrade won. Yeah. He beat
Andrade
Fatu
did.
and
So then
Camilo
there's going to be one more, right?
Yep. That's right. He beat him last night on SmackDown.
It's gonna be Seth.
Oh, Andre the Giant would whoop all of their asses. Especially young Andre. Being bad humans, being in society. Giving them no shit, our society's fucked. We already know this.
It's gonna be Seth. We know what they're doing.
I was thinking, it seems like he's always kind of trying to, or they're still trying to keep him in the mix as far as one of the main eventers. And
no, he's definitely not around.
No, Andre the Giant is definitely dead. He's been dead for a while.
For a long time.
I just pulled some name out of the hat. You pulled one of the greatest out of the hat of all time. All right, so I don't know any baseball news we want to talk about or anything like that.
Yankees Dodgers this weekend seems like a likely World Series rematch.
Fuck the Yankees.
The Angels are surprisingly doing better than I thought, so that's it. We'll see. It seems that their new manager seems to be getting more out of the team than years past, so we'll see how that goes. I think other than that, Ohtani and Judge seem to be headlining taking over most of the headlines.
The Rockies are so bad.
I don't even think I could have named the Rockies owner.
They're so bad. They're so bad. Like, that's not even fair. Me and Jeremy are playing each other in fantasy baseball, and he's beat my ass. He was 100% beat my ass. I beat Sam last week, though. Gave him his second loss.
We need more people to beat Sam.
Huh?
We need more people to beat Sam.
Yeah, I beat him both. I'm the only one that beat him. I beat him twice.
How many people in the league?
10? 8? I don't know.
I think there's 8.
Well, Arenado didn't even do shit for the Angels. He's been, I think, injured more than he's played.
Okay, so whoa. We can't call him one of the worst owners when he won 6 titles.
Just because you won titles doesn't mean you're a good owner.
Dude, when he bought the Bulls, because he's a White Sox owner, he got Michael Jordan, but he also hired the right coaches, got the right talent around him.
What do you think makes a bad owner?
He's a bad owner because of The Last Dance, and they broke him up because of Jerry Krause, the GM. So that's why he's a bad owner. Because after that, they didn't do shit. So it's basically Michael Jordan.
Some people would say what the Browns owner has him.
Yeah, but people forget the trade that got him Scottie Pippen. Like some of those moves that he made, bringing in Dennis Rodman.
Was that the owner or was that the GM?
So Krause, but that's the whole entire thing of the thing. People don't like Krause because they broke it up. Krause was the one that said superstars don't win championships, organizations do. Yeah. Like, I can't really say shit about that.
I don't know if he's a bad owner. I think he's a bad GM.
No, this is the problem. You can't separate the two.
Well, if he were to just be an owner, I think he'd be fine because as far as always, I guess having his name out there and that is a double-edged sword. But
He fired Tom Landry, bring in Jimmy, no big deal. Pulled off one of the greatest heists ever with the Herschel Walker trade. And then fired the coach that won 2 Super Bowls. And then the team was just good enough from the coach to the way Jimmy Johnson did it that he hired Barry Switzer, who Troy Aikman hated and literally basically was about to transferred from college to get away from him. Hired him, and then they won more Super Bowl. And from that moment on, they went downhill. We sent it out on Twitter. If you don't follow us on Twitter, yeah, we sent it out on Twitter a couple times. I had one good trade. I'm lost. I'm really not paying attention. I go in and auto do my lineups. I didn't even change any of my people this week. My pitchers could suck. Yep. Yeah, we sent it out a couple times on Twitter. Sam's the baseball expert, so that's why, yeah, he's kicking our ass. He's making up for all of the I was trying to make up, but I'm just letting y'all know. I'm down for the count. I'm out. I be forgetting to set my lineups. Good thing I just be having it, the managed lineup, do it, quick lineup. So once a week I go in and look at some people and go, oh.
I know baseball and I'm shit in the bed.
Yeah, you're 5-4 though. You're doing good.
No, I'm not. I'm 4-5.
Oh. You're doing good though. It's okay.
But I'm second in points scored.
Yeah. And you're whooping my ass by 50 points. Like, I don't even know the standings. I haven't even looked at the standings one time. We got 2 people that are 2 and 7.
I've scored the second most points.
Yeah, you have.
Seems when everybody plays me, they play their best fucking week.
Except for me this week. Yeah, you scored the second most points by 1 point. You have 09. He has 08. Yeah, I'm not doing good. All right, anybody? We got anything else we want to talk about before we hop off?
I saw Phil Davis is suing the UFC for antitrust.
Who is?
Phil Davis.
Why?
Because what does it say here? The lawsuit filed in the District Court of Nevada on Thursday alleges the UFC has created an unfair marketplace for fighters by limiting other promotions' ability to sign top-level talent.
Oh, he's gonna lose.
So, I mean, at some point though, they may have some maybe traction just because I think they tried it, before. Looks like
I'm telling you, he's gonna lose that lawsuit. He's hoping that they settle. That's what he's.
Well, I think they had one in 2014, and they had one settlement there, but I guess the UFC is currently in litigation in multiple other antitrust cases involving fighters from different periods of time. So
yeah, they had that huge one where we found out about all their contracts and how they kept extending the contracts for the UFC for the fighter when they became champ. We also found that out with Ngannou, where he's like, "No, you're not renewing my contract, just because I'm champ." That's how Francis got out. Look, We can say what we want to say, but it's not like yes, it's a public traded company. Yes, it's owned by the same people that own WWE. Yes, they can control who fights and who doesn't, but it's a fucking corporation. Like, it's not, if you don't like it, don't fucking sign with them. There are multiple other options.
I think the thing is that the way that UFC goes to eliminate the other competition is what they'll have to prove. I guess either unlawful or
But this is the problem.
stifling the market.
This is the issue. You can't say that. You have Bellator, you have one, and you have multiple independent organizations. Yes, they did buy out Pride in the early 2000s and a couple other competitors. I don't know. When will Strickland fight again?
So Davis is 40. He fought exclusively in UFC from 2010 to 2015. Then he signed to Bellator MMA in 2015 until this year. Then when Bellator roster was folded into PFL, PFL purchased Bellator in late 2023. Mm-hmm. And only now are you filing an antitrust suit against the UFC when you haven't even been part of UFC for fucking 10 years?
They probably wouldn't sign him back.
So you waited 10 years to file a suit against the UFC to say what? That they hindered you from signing with another promotion? When you had signed to Bellator the same year you left the UFC.
I guess he's trying to, because it's a class action suit, so I guess he's trying to be the face of it, or...
So there was a lawsuit was filed by Bergamot, the same firm that recently secured a $375 million settlement.
Right, but they're saying that UFC is being predatory to undermine would-be competitors to the UFC, saying that to get them to not sign ex-UFC fighters. But Davis signed to Bellator the same year that he left the UFC. So how can Davis be the face of this lawsuit?
Dude, they literally are the same company that just settled a lawsuit in February with the UFC. The same lawsuit that was filed in 2014. It's literally the same firm.
Bro, people will sue for anything. This is stupid.
The lawsuit seeks to enable a fighter to terminate a promotional contract without penalty after 1 year. What?
He literally signed to Bellator the same year that he left the UFC.
So basically, what my thought process is on this real quick is he's mad that he signs a contract. At that time that he signs the contract, they pay him a fair wage. But because he gets better, he can't get a raise. And because he's under contract with the UFC, he can't sign with Bellator. Because they want them to be able to literally cancel the contract without penalty after 1 year. Any contract they sign with the UFC.
He was with Bellator from 2015 until 2023.
I know.
So he was with Bellator for 8 years.
Dumb.
He signed with Bellator MMA in 2015 and competed under that banner until this year. So he signed a contract with Bellator. So how can he be the face of the lawsuit?
I don't know when John Strickland will fight again. What is the next UFC card?
I think tonight.
Is it the pay-per-view?
I believe so. It's O'Malley versus Merab, and then Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison.
No, this says UFC on ESPN.
Is it like a fight night? It's two. It's the bantamweight titles.
316. Okay, so when's UFC 316?
I just saw a commercial. I assumed it was tonight. Maybe next week.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Got it.
Yep. That's damn, Kelvin Gastelum is still fighting.
Kelvin Gastelum?
He's still fighting. He seems a lot older than 33.
I think he started super young.
Julia Pena versus Kayla Harrison. How is that a co-main event?
The light card, I think.
There should not be a co-main event. That fight is not a main event fight. Julia Pena versus fucking Kayla Harrison just because of the title fight? Nah, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. All right, anything else we want to talk about before we get off? I gotta fucking get to work. God damn.
Champions League today at 11:30. Paris
I don't know.
Saint-Germain versus Inter Milan.
Is that soccer?
So France versus, yeah. Real Madrid didn't make it, but I think probably PSG will win.
Yeah, I have no clue what you're talking about. You're speaking like Charlie Brown's teacher.
That was how I felt when the part of WWE that I haven't kept up with
You were
was
like-
being discussed. I was like, I've seen bits and pieces since like WrestleMania, but not
on
too in
Netflix.
depth into it.
Peacock.
Yeah. From time to time I'll check some stuff out, but
Yeah.
not up to date as y'all are on it.
All right, reminder, there will be no podcast next week. I will be in Florida. If you want to see what's going on, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. I'll be posting. Make sure you subscribe, like all the YouTube stuff. Jeremy, whenever you're ready.
Put me in, coach.
Peace.